Team Brazil versus Peru. Baskerville actually did pop off, but I think Brazil is obviously going to win, chat. Brazil is undefeated, and I think they're going to stay undefeated. Actually, I don't know. France did lose today, and France was undefeated. So, if we see another upset, I'm going to be so fucking excited.
They very much know that their star powers in their DPS lineup, and they do everything they can to be able to set those DPS up to win.
You're right. Yes, Ludwig now on that May as well, by the way. So, a bit of a difference having Svenko on that Hanzo too. They've already claimed point control, or Peru has rather,
no,
over the top.
it's open qualifiers.
Pressure with the Ramatra and Nemesis.
Are you done with work today?
Building up that ult charge already at 50.
Are you done with work?
Just through those pummels, gets the immortality field as well as the re-engage happens for Peru, and they're able to find Dalka to remove that immortality field. So Peru already off to a great start. Maybe we counted them out a little too early, because now they're going to claim that point, and Brazil will have to wait for Dalka to come back.
That's why it's so important that the team makes it to the point first, because they mitigate.
Yo, wait a minute!
Pressure coming through from Svenko.
Peru! I want to see an upset, chat. If we see an upset, I'm going to be so fucking happy. Come on, Peru. I'm rooting for them because Peru's the underdogs.
Svenko behind, he tried to wall climb and regroup with his team behind the line, and Peru able to hunt him
Delta,
down.
appreciate the massive price
I'm
on my
liking
friend.
this from Peru so far. They're looking really strong. They already get the cool essence, and they use it immediately. Go through the choke right on the Dalka, force the immortality field early. Potentially a counter now. Dalka commits his own ultimate, but gets deleted during it. Peru wants to go towards the spawn early on against Brazil, really trying to make a point. Forces them all the way, even force the ice block back into it, but Peru look amazing at the moment.
They're going to be able to build up as well. Things like the Death Blossom and the Blizzard.
Sorry.
They still have to stall a little bit
Come on,
longer.
come on.
However,
If
that's where
Peru
you can
wins
see
this,
Baskerville
chat,
right now, just poking through that choke, making sure that Brazil aren't able to step forward.
I'm gonna be very happy.
Because the ultimate
Are they? Is Peru?
Well, Peru's reading.
Did they win a game? I just checked it. Did they win a game? Or they?
Trying to avoid some of these ultimates at the moment. Peru though gets hit by the Dragon Strike. Now backs up.
They did win. Okay.
Back at the point, but Svenko finds Rodrigo as he's kind of retreating towards the back of it as well. Baskerville goes down due to that amplification matrix, and Ludwig also on that front line. So now Peru just trying to delay, get that up to 70%.
Oh, what a shot! Svenko.
Well, maybe 72. Still have a Lucio delaying as well. No more ultimates have to be used for Brazil now as that point flips back in their favor, but Peru got up to 75%.
Yeah, gorgeous Dragon Strike, followed up by Ludwig being able to use that May wall and isolate Baskerville quite literally from his backline. So even if Suzu had the Sound Barrier up, wouldn't have been able to use it. He'd have to cross both that May wall, putting himself into position to be taken down by Svenko if he wanted to use the barrier. As a result, however, Peru will be able to have it to try just aggressively push, but Brazil now are the ones in control of the choke and in control of stall.
Okay, chat, let's see. There's about to be a lot of ults. There's about to be a lot of ults here. Oh, they almost had the Ajax.
Through that Death Blossom in the back. Also, Rodrigo Blizzard is there, so Naya gets found. Also, Xville is dove on by the Reaper. Has the immortality field, but it gets removed by Persona, so the backline for Brazil is gone after the Coalescence was used by Poke as well. And a fantastic
Peru might take map 1. I don't know, bro.
Brazil again.
I don't know. Brazil's gonna have 2 ults here, though. Peru only has 1. Baskerville needs to get that fucking ult quickly, bro.
The help of Baskerville, who with these Ramatra zones has the capability of slowing the bat before help can come through from the Brazilian team, forcing him.
Oh, they're going fast. They're going fast.
They want more. They do run in towards Dalka, who is using that ultimate inside of Peru's engage, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, the Lucio. Oh,
they split towards that point. Like I said, Dalka, Ludwig both down. Svenko just tries to find something towards that point, but Peru easily run towards him. Svenko, though, does find Persona, so that could give them a decent opening as maybe Peru falters a little bit towards the end, but they do eventually find Naya. Svenko has to back away towards that.
It's not over, chat. It's not over. It's not over until it's over. It's not over until it's over.
Towards that point, the Hanzo comes through the window, but he's shut down by Rodrigo. So you're just relying on.
They just gave him a punch for free. Why would you give him the punch?
In this fight, they're able to get Suzu.
Why would you give him a punch? You guys are throwing.
Get Poke as well. Brazil working themselves back into this fight. Persona has found Xville. So that main support is gone. Ludwig also finds Rodrigo. Persona goes down in somehow, some way. Brazil recontest this point last second.
Bro, what are they doing?
Yeah,
what are they doing?
All of the squishies just ignoring Baskerville on the Ramatra, which is absolutely the play.
Even though you're winning, bro, you still gotta play smart.
Without those supports sustaining him through it. However, Peru have built up to ultimates. Brazil going for these composition stops so they can touch onto that point after having coming back from the respawn, have reset a whole majority of their ultimate economy. Peru have the means of taking this fight after.
Well, Peru just wants to run right towards that point, it looks like, kind of ignore Brazil, and they almost do so until Dalka connects both under supports of the backline of Peru.
Damn, Brazil, bro. I don't think Brazil's losing this, man. They almost have EMP, they have tank, and they have beat.
Something that their support lineup.
I mean, Peru's coming up on 4 ults, too.
Close to the Death Blossom and the Blizzard to go for that swap onto the Symmetra.
But
and as a result,
who's going to touch?
They're just going to have to go straight to that
Lucio?
point, and Dalka's going to be waiting.
92% of the board. Dalka going for the punch early, still has that ultimate ready to go. Peru goes coastal. Need to avoid those boots. Death Blossom onto Dalka, actually.
Persona?
Back away because he's stunned out of that ultimate. Does make it to the rest of his team, but Dalka is well aware the cooldown is removed for Persona. They also have that beat drop engaged.
No, Peru!
As well as, did he just get pooped off the map and hacked as well? Suzu cannot actually commit that beat drop.
Peru, what are you doing?
Brazil remove Peru from the map and take round number 1.
Looks like EMP cancelled that Blizzard as well from Peru. We hear the voice line. We know it's been thrown out from Rodrigo 5D, but no one gets frozen up on that point, and EMP is the only thing, aside from maybe a well-placed Doomfist punch, that could have offset that ultimate. Actually,
then chat. Wait a minute. Was there anyone? Was there anyone next to fucking Dalka when he was on Doomfist and Persona tried to ult him? Was he trying to solo ult a Doomfist?
Composition, even when they're quote unquote outside of their comfort zone, they're still able to target focus and use that synergy that they've been playing together literally since Overwatch 1.
Sombra was there
to be able to take these targets down one by one.
No, bro, Persona. I don't. What was that? They literally had it in the bag. Hey, that was really good though. It was 100 to 99. That was actually a really good round.
Take Brazil all the way to 99. Maybe bodes well for their future. TP out of spawn. Persona goes for that Symmetra. Now swaps back to the Reaper. Meanwhile, Svenko.
That's all I want. All I want is a really good game. I don't care who wins. I want a good game. I don't want to see these 2-0 fucking rolls. That's boring.
Waiting to use their teleport there as well. Peru surrounds that point, really prioritizing keeping this objective in their favor. Svenko still going for pokes with a lot of that right click, making sure they can maybe just chip down Peru on the inside, get rid of all his resources, but Rodrigo finds the pick on Ludwig. Brazil might have taken a bit too long. Svenko now down a member, has to back up towards that white room, though. Has that high charge beam. Peru's well aware of that, so they need to work their way onto Svenko to make sure he can't get that damage off, and they do so quite well.
Like they're playing so well. They're playing so well, but I think they're playing
have to back and regroup.
Like they're winning, and I think that's what's causing them to fucking play recklessly. They just need to play as a team, and the game's not over till it's over.
Isn't, like you said, able to charge the beam off of
they're doing really well against an undefeated team.
Now we see the swap come through, but Peru with an early coalescence can just again hound Brazil down before they're able to fully form a group.
They get any kills up. Baskerville goes incredibly low as well on that front line. The Blizzard needed for Rodrigo to attempt to win the fight.
I don't even know what's going on.
Traded both Ramatras, but Rodrigo eventually finds Ludwig. Now has to back up, get some healing on the inside, but eventually will fall denial. Meanwhile, Peru now backing towards that point, commit the beat drop to continue winning this fight, but Brazil may be taking that. Now come back in with an own beat drop. Persona goes early aggressive at the front of this choke point, but goes down to the beat drop of Nile. And Brazil looking for him there as well. Now regrouping towards that point is Brazil. Peru have no ultimates after committing all of them in that lost team fight. Baskerville goes down as well, just kind of staggering now towards that point without any ultimates. Suzu just trying to delay it a bit longer. Point gonna flip back in Brazil's favor.
Bro, what?
Brazil sitting on both Death Blossom and Blizzard, 2 ultimates that they can use to stall and equalize the percentage that Peru have already picked up. They need to go in, bleed these ultimates out, and then immediately pull back. Don't throw in Coalescence, don't throw in Annihilation, just let Brazil play themselves.
See what Brazil does here. Taking poke down incredibly low. Death Blossom into the backline. No kills from it directly, but everybody's chipped down so incredibly low. The healing resources are not going to keep.
Nice tracking. Savenko's actually doing really well.
With just the Death
that was a nice
team fight and building
nice mechanics and nice aim.
As well. So if Ludwig does try to throw that in, Peru can try and use the Moira ultimate to sustain through. They have to be on point with the target focus, however. Nextfell's going to have a coalescence of their own to be able to mirror.
Peru has proven before they like to go aggressive, so we'll see if Poke goes for that ultimate early. He does so. Against the Blizzard, though, Ludwig commits that Blizzard. They find Suzu with it as well. Ice block committed from Rodrigo. Baskerville goes down, and even with the Coalescence popped, it wasn't enough. Just the same versus...
Expert holds on to his Coalescence. This is the difference. Both of these teams are going to have Annihilation, Dustin, but only one team has a support ultimate to be able to keep that Ramatra standing when he uses it.
Rodrigo has built that Blizzard. Maybe it could result in something as Brazil, like I said, do have a lot of that sustained beat drop coming up soon too. For Niall's side, both support ultimates versus the DPS ultimate of Rodrigo. And that ultimate from Baskerville, like I said, they go aggressive with the Coalescence on that front line. Dalka just waiting to use the ultimate now.
Oh my god, Dalka.
Brazil up to now 82%.
Oh.
Desperately trying to reset and get a regroup, but 85% is quite rough.
Yeah, they hold on to Annihilation. They use the Coalescence first to get Dalka into a position so when Blizzard gets thrown out to zone Annihilation away, the Ramatra is able to sidestep it and still keep winning this fight for Brazil. Death Blossom, Soundbar, sustainability.
No, I don't think anyone can touch.
This next team fight is Rodrigo forced onto the Tracer, but no one can touch Dustin.
Bro. Okay, chat, let's see it. Both teams are playing dive. One has a Diva, one has a Winston.
Back at the moment.
One has an Ashe, one has a Hanzo. Basically the same stuff.
Smackgo just gets to play the back of the map.
Remy, appreciate the massive 9 months, my friend.
Make it towards that first bend. Not going for a potential spawn camp like we've seen out of.
Hey, appreciate it, my friend. Absolutely insane.
Looking for those shots as well, just able to do so.
I think Ashe on this map is really strong.
Charge the poke or Rodrigo, whoever gets a lot of those heals. Meanwhile, Dalka on that front line has been charging a lot of damage. Anti-grenade by poke, try to go aggressive, but it's blocked by Naya. But
nice, Persona. He's making up for what happened last game.
And then so is the Brigitte.
Persona, good shit, dude.
Chase down Xville, fantastic from the Hanzo of Peru.
Yeah, Svenko going for an off angle away from that Brig shield. Peru have anticipated that Naya on that Brig is going to be using that shield to help Svenko, and Persona's just waiting to see whether or not Svenko gets a little bit too aggressive, trying to play off of those dynamites, and he's immediately off of the Ashe onto the Hanzo. Not just so that he has that same one-shot potential, but also that he gets the same information with the Sonics.
Meanwhile, that Sonic, like you said, stuck on that Brigitte shield of Naya. On the back, Dalka comes through to touch the point. Persona now has to give up some space to Ludwig, trying to maybe find that Hanzo down below, or at least put the pressure onto him. Basketball has to jump out of that spawn. Dalka has that Diva Bomb as well, drops towards that payload, towards that objective. Anti-grenade committed, but it's blocked again by Niall, who has been doing a great job shutting down the anti-grenades of Poke, but they built the nano boost first. Brazil only at 70%. Meanwhile, Poke has his.
Wow, the pressure that Dalka brings out is insane.
And an anti-grenade as well. Forces Dalka to jump back and they cap it behind their back.
No way, Brazil.
To get the objective through, and I think that's an obvious C9 right there.
It's a C9, bro.
Channeling his inner soon. They punished the fact that Dalka had gone for that backline that he tried to push onto the Ana and Brigitte, and as a result, when the Sleeping Anti-Need comes through, the boosters just take him too far away from the payload to be able to touch, as Peru once again get to set up on the high ground.
Mind wreck, appreciate massive prime.
Into really uncomfortable positions, essentially having to expend ultimates just to be able to break through some of these chokes, which is not what you want as a defender.
Hey, maybe we were sleeping on.
Oh, Dalka, bro. Dalka, man. He's such a good fucking tank. But that was actually really telegraphed by Persona. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I know what he was trying to do in the tunnel, but that was too telegraphed.
Persona, meanwhile, a pull spawn from Ludwig. Svenko also connects on to Rodrigo. Brazil worked their way back into this fight after a nano boost and Diva Bomb play.
Yeah, Brazil doing a very good job of using that self-destruct to lock Peru's positions down so that Ludwig gets to play incredibly aggressive, but it does mean 3 ultimates now have been deprived from the defensive side in Peru. They did use a Dragon Strike, but that was all that they expended on their avenue, as Basketball's going to have the Primal. They just have to make sure that they don't get picked apart by Svenko.
Dragon Strike towards that left, but Peru's already made it through, also with that rally to keep Poke healthy. As well as build that nano. Meanwhile, Baskerville over the top with that Primal Rage ready to go. Potentially peel here from Naya. Does use the Primal Rage early, but is peeled for by the entirety of Brazil, who is committing that rally. Baskerville understanding that, backs up to the rest of his team, gets that cart payload pushing forward, gets the nano boost as well. Goes back aggressive towards the backline, but he's flailed away. However, the Hanzo's still in kind of a position that's dangerous, but with all those packs from Miles.
Oh my god, Diego!
Diego with the pulse bomb connects on Xville and Nile, though, over the back. Meanwhile, Svenko and Dalka trade it. Diego, though, still running havoc on the back line. Dalka goes down. Ludwig, though,
Yo, Ludwig! Oh, he almost had it. Oh, Persona! He's coming back, baby! He's showing up! He's showing up!
As they push that payload towards
Thank God he's not on Reaper, but he's showing up, chat. He's showing up.
Yeah, Ludwig unfortunately not able to take Persona down with that blink into melee strike, and Persona gets to chip away at these regrouping members of Brazil. Baskerville there too on the high ground to try and chunk their health down low enough so the Hanzo doesn't have to fully charge and can continue to apply this pressure as that payload is still sitting ever so close to that checkpoint.
It is, but you know, so many team fights that have to happen on Route 66. Second phase has that Dragon Strike ready to go. Tracer is pressuring him. Ludwig doing a great job trying to shut down Persona. Persona knowing that tries to fight the Tracer. Meanwhile, Svenko goes incredibly low, but is able to find Basketball early. Meanwhile, Dragon Strike connects towards that bottom angle. Persona's able to find the Brigitte off
Nice, that was a good trap. He trapped the Ana in there. That was really good.
Rodrigo's got aggressive on that front line as well. Meanwhile, Diva Bomb towards the
Cheer for Brazil instead. Bro, Brazil already won a map. I want Peru to win. I want this to go to a map 3. 2-0 shutouts are so fucking boring.
Same mentality as Brazil. All those fights ago, Dragon Strike used to lock down Dalka's position. He's the only one who can keep that payload contested, so Peru doesn't get to use the Hanzo ultimate to be able to sneak the card in again.
Stop cursing. Eat my ass, bro.
Is looking to sneak his way into that back.
Make sure you use teeth.
He's been able to pick up both of the supports in the past with one ultimate before punishing Brazil, grouping up so they have better line of sight onto the Hanzo. It's definitely going to be looking to do it again. But
oh, Savenko, bro.
Nice shots from Sensko. A sleep dart from Poke, though. Almost could kill that Tracer if he had the follow through ready to go. But with the Diva there, it was tough to actually get a clean, kill onto that Dragon Strike. Meanwhile, committed from Svenko. Doesn't enable them to find a kill necessarily till Ludwig found Persona. Nice shot for him. Another sleep dart again onto the Tracer, but it's woken up immediately by a flail. Poke has been hitting some nasty sleep darts and nades, and they peeled through with that Brigitte to rally. Over Rodrigo now go for that top angle to keep this fight going forward. They commit the nano into Basketball as well. They want to win this team fight right here, right now. At least
no. If you could, that's Persona's popping off now, dude.
Persona on the Hanzo on the left side. Basketball does get poked down incredibly low, but he gets that Primal Rage in time. Now dives on the Nile, trying to force him away from that spawn to potentially get that kill as well. Great juggle from him also.
Dude, Winston players have some insane fucking tracking when they juggle.
The eventual kill onto Nile. Svenko has to back away, but has no more double jump. Basketball eventually will find it in Peru, slowly enabling themselves.
Oh, he needs to get out of there. Nice.
Over that Zenyatta instead of on the Brigitte as well. Expo gets that nano boost on the Dalka, who hands it Evom ready to go, so that should buy them some time. Maybe even get them a kill, but the flail burst away.
Oh, he could have killed. Okay. That's good.
The rest of his team.
He didn't go after Baskerville. Baskerville was 1 HP.
Onto Persona.
And I know he saw that.
Onto him, but eventually it washes away. Bruise there with the peel. Poke has found Ludwig. Fantastic kill from him. That should give them an opening as the Diva Bomb finds absolutely nothing. Dragon Strike also still available. Persona committed.
Oh, that's a big dragon. That's a big dragon. Big pulse bomb by Diego again. That's a second double kill with pulse bomb that we didn't see. Come on, casters.
Does come back. We've seen Brazil succeed in these very dicey situations before.
What do you call that, casters?
As well. And Brazil not out of it just yet. Diego eventually will find Svenko. It's just on to Diego on this left side, though it forced the recall. Nice shots from Brazil's DPS and eventually Nile here as well. They're able to find Diego too. Brazil hold on.
Wow, what a hold, bro. What a hold, man. What a hold by Brazil, bro. They're dropping like flies, bro. But they're somehow holding this. Nice tracking by Ludwig, too.
Sustain the rest of these teams. These squishies like Diego on the Tracer. When you're taking 25% increased damage from every single shot, 150 health, the blow of a wind through your hair is going to be more than enough to be able to topple you. As Brazil sitting on that Dragon Strike, sitting so close to that nano boost. Ludwig trying to find a one clip. As Peru are forced back by the Dragon Strike.
And a boost rally in this fight as well. Basketball touches that payload to start. Overtime, Svenko desperately trying to find those shots, but isn't in an angle to find a kill just yet. Now comes back for the peel, though. Nice peel from Dalka. And Svenko there with the shot, too. Genji desperation now is for Peru, too.
They nanoed the Zen. They nanoed the Zen again.
Into the checkpoint.
Wait, check his PC. What?
Find Diego. Nile also finds Rodrigo, and Peru gets stopped.
Wait, Diego just blinked right in front of the Hanzo shot.
Cracks in what we thought was stainless steel armor for Brazil, and a lot of it came down to just predicting where they were positioned. again, you sort of look back at how much resources this team uses to be able to set up Dalka, Svenko, and Ludwig, and you see that a lot of the time Exfil and Naya are playing incredibly close together. And
Ophelio? Is that how you say it? Ophelio? I appreciate that's a prime sub, my friend.
It's visible to Peru. Specifically, it's visible to Diego. That is twice now. We've seen him land double pulse bomb kills onto both of these supports in one fell swoop. And it again just comes down really ironically to the fact that Brazil think by playing their supports so close together, it's making it safer for them. It just puts both of them in
that was a good game.
The pulse bomb detonation.
That was a good round from both teams.
Work from Diego too.
Why didn't XQC play for Team USA?
The backline maybe misjudging how they should play, but
because
also,
he's Canadian.
I mean, Peru kind of closing things out. It's hard to get that far. Hard to get to 70 meters on Route 66, right?
Without that swap onto the Zen, I have no doubt that Peru would probably have been able to full push. The Zen coming through forced Peru's hand into trying to
remove on-screen chat. It's terrible. Hey, bud.
To take that Zen down because
when you stream on your own stream, you can control what you do. I want my chat here.
So when that
we're gonna keep the chat there.
Someone with Brazil's target focus, they were
able to appreciate the massive tier 2 for 4 months.
That one person down and move on to the next.
Well, Brazil trying to enact on that, bend not break kind of strategy. We'll see how they do on the attacking side, running that Zenyatta and Ana this time. Maybe to pressure out Baskerville, who has been playing very aggressive. Maybe trying to capitalize with the Discord, like you said. Meanwhile, that cart makes it around this first bend. Diego still sitting above. Potentially an aggressive dive is available for Peru, but Exfil finds the Tracer. Fantastic work from Exfil onto that flexible roll. Has been able to flex over to that Zenyatta. Meanwhile, Niall makes it his way over to the Ana. Gives them that opening pick off that aggressive Tracer, and also an anti-grenade from Niall's here. So Peru really not out of it just yet here either. Need to regroup. Nice pick from Exfil.
Yeah, but Peru, because it's been such a one-sided push to come out, they were hoping that Diego would make that opening for the rest of the team to be able to have more space and utilize the high ground. None of them have been able to build up ultimate charges. As Brazil,
loser, appreciate the massive 100 bits, my friend.
Peru comes back into this fight with the Zen so far
and Reggie, appreciate the massive 7 months.
I mean, it's too tough. Basketball gets caught out there as well. The anti-grenade from Poke earlier on, I mean, it just really makes his life hard as well. He's trying to go for an off angle, and they can't recontest now, right?
Yeah, it's not as well just the Zen. So many of Brazil's players are
5 minutes. 5 minutes for the whole streets phase of Route 66. That's insane. Cookies, appreciate the massive prime sub as well, my friend.
Taking it down as we see Baskerville bend the knee and acknowledge that the Winston's not going to work. It's too easy for Svenko to headshot. He has to go Diva and use the defense matrix to be able to actually create space for dive.
Does have the defense metrics as well for Ludwig's pulse bomb that is coming up, but depending on how Ludwig plays this, he's such a crafty player, really able to.
I mean, not as Svenko hacks the Diva mech too. He's onto Sombra now.
Yeah, they try to pressure out Svenko early on though. Diego forced a recall though because of that. There's a duel on that right side angle. Brazil still getting a lot of cart time during this fight. Peru desperately trying to find maybe a pickoff or some sort of space. They do get that Ana shot on the Logan to give up that flank angle for him, forcing him back towards that carpet with Ludwig having that orb of harmony that should enable him to play as aggressive as he chooses. Now dives to the backline, drops the pulse bomb, but doesn't have.
Wait, I didn't know I was playing in the World Cup for
towards the mega health pack,
Brazil.
But shuts him down again with the peel. Everybody in Brazil trying to enable Exfil in that fight though because of it. Persona was given some space, gets Niall in that backline. Exfil goes under as well. Over the top, gets forced out of the mech. Has to commit that Diva Bomb though to get that second life. Meanwhile,
Dalka is actually a really great fucking Diva player.
You have that Discord, like I said earlier, Moxie. Persona commits the Dragon Shot.
I don't know, man. Persona's doing a lot better this round too.
Two onto Svenko of the Sombra. Maybe Brazil will now have to back up, give a little bit of space to Peru.
But it's only going to be temporary. They can just rubber band straight back in when Svenko is back from spawn because Peru, other than stuff like self-destruct, don't really have
someone in chat, someone said, I want to see Brazil versus Korea. Then someone says, as a Brazilian, I do not want to see that.
Uh-oh. Poke trying to back away in the face of Peru, who walked through, or Brazil already, who walked through the top, but a nice Diva one for Baskerville. Gets that kill in the Nile. Persona also connects on the Exfil. Yes, the car was pushing a bit, but Peru do have that man advantage. They also still have some ultimates ready to go. Brazil trying to back away through the main side. Rodrigo still spy checking for the rest of his team, and Brazil now have to regroup for their wait for the sports to come back.
Cannot stress how important getting those kills early in that fight were. Brazil was setting up for EMP, and Peru had nothing other than self-destruct to be able to peel for it. Now they're going to have Nano Boost, and Rally, and Ludwig goes
Diego!
down early, so Brazil are going to hold on to the ultimate even longer.
Diego around there has been so impressive.
Just watched the
on this
VOD match
Tracer.
from Iceland. Yeah, that Iceland game was amazing.
Exfil ready to go for that kill yet again, like he's been able to do on to Diego. Does have that peel from Nile though. Exfil, you know, walking forward now. EMP from Svenko as well. Dalka's there with the follow-up, and also Rodrigo falls, so both supports down now. Transcendence from Exfil to stop Diego from getting that kill. The final blow as well. This should give Brazil a bit more space here too. Although, you know, they are dove upon the back. Dalka comes back for the peel. Persona tried to find that kill. Exfil also gets on to Diego, and now they're back towards that payload. Setting up 3 on that cart to Peru. Want to get that Ricky test, you think, Moxie?
I mean, they have the means to do so. Now that this goes on to Baskerville to be able to make that Diva mech tanky enough for the rest of these members to stop positioning so that this rally armor finds its target.
The rally Nano out, like you said, and not able to find kills necessarily just because it's, you know, a tank and 2 DP or 2 supports. Really hard to have that damage to get any kills here on the Ricky test, but they've bought some time.
POV, you take Jay3's Tracer course. Whoa, why am I taking chat?
To the high ground, maybe a bit.
Why am I catching strays, bro?
Dalka still has the Diva Bomb as well, comes back for the kill onto Basketball, who lost the mech to Exfil. And that Zenyatta pick really has been doing wonders for Brazil now as they close out on second phase and bring us to third.
Yeah, because Svenko is just making sure that Basketball.
Okay, 3 minutes. They can hold this. 3 minutes on Route 66. This is actually kind of doable.
Would be vulnerability. Diva should be able to run laps around this support. But Brazil's DPS have been doing such
Nah,
a good
ain't
job
no
of
way.
making sure
James
that
follows my
Basketball's
stream
forces
5 minutes
turn
ago,
around
says
and
finally
heal.
made it to a
Going
stream,
after
and then when I
Rodrigo
said why am I always
Rodrigo
catching
forcing
strays,
the
you say
boost
because you
is
catch
always
L's.
on cooldown.
Ain't
So
no
Exfil
way
gets to
5 minutes
survive
already
and
into my
properly
stream.
use
You're
this
fucking
disposal.
toxic, bro.
Just shove
Nah.
those defenses.
Sona has to kind of change his play style around here. Double jumps forward though in this Svenko. Dragon Strike also eaten by Dalka, who's doing a great job. You know, you see mainstay tank player so far with a lot of these Aventus Matrix plays and also flexibility. Meanwhile, Ludwig able to find Diego with the Discord Orb and Harmony Orb. EMP now on to Rodrigo, the back line. Diva Bomb was committed by Baskerville, but, you know, everything is kind of falling apart for Peru at the moment.
Diego is so close to the pulse bomb, but again, Brazil are just going to be ready for it. Exfil's going to have Transcendence as well. Naya's going to be able to have that nano boost to be able to save the squishy as Basketball's onto the ramps, trying to find any pick that they can. Isolate one of these members of Brazil with the zone.
Okay, chat, this is do or die for Peru. This is he stuck the shield. A do or die for Peru right here. Peru needs to win this fight.
Shield back, drops the pulse bomb off of it. Are almost pushing towards that checkpoint, 2.46 meters. Dalka looking for that peel as Peru's been incredibly aggressive before. Diego was incredibly low. Down to literally 1 HP. The Nano Boost committed on to their Amato, the front line, but Diego's already down. The Rowley and Nano were just on the Baskerville, who doesn't even have an ultimate ready to go.
Nah, I don't think Peru wins this, man. I don't think Peru wins this, chat.
Eventually going to be tracked down.
Brazil takes the W.
Discord Orb in Brazil. Bend don't break. I mean, they close out into Peru now. Get that 2-0 victory.